If your home feels a little dark and your plants keep giving up on you, don't stress. Some of the best air-purifying houseplants actually prefer low light. You don't need a sun-drenched apartment or fancy grow lights to keep these guys happy. These are the plants that quietly clean your air while sitting in corners you probably forgot existed. And honestly, they're the type that don't judge you for missing a watering or two. Today, we're diving into the top low-light champions that make your home feel fresher, calmer, and a whole lot greener. From tough-as-nails classics to underrated favorites, each of these plants pulls more weight than you'd expect. So if you're ready to breathe easier without turning your living room into a greenhouse, let's get into it. Your low-light heroes are waiting. Pothos is honestly one of those plants that makes you feel like a plant expert even if you forget to water it for a week, because it can handle low light better than most tropical vines and still keeps pushing out fresh, glossy leaves. This thing is a natural air scrubber too, with studies showing it can help reduce indoor toxins like formaldehyde and benzene, which is why you see it in offices, dorms, and homes where sunlight barely reaches. It doesn't get picky about care either. Medium to low light works just fine. Watering once the top inch dries out is enough, and it's totally cool with average indoor soil as long as it drains well. The fun part is how fast it grows. You can actually watch the vines trail down your shelf over a few weeks, and if you trim a piece and stick it in water, it roots so easily that you'll feel like you discovered a cheat code for free plants. Peace lily is one of those plants that quietly handles low light like a pro while still giving you those clean, glossy leaves that make any room feel calmer, and it's actually backed by data showing it can help filter common indoor toxins like ammonia and formaldehyde better than many decorative plants. It doesn't need a sunny window at all. Medium to low light is where it thrives, and watering is simple since it tells you exactly when it's thirsty by letting its leaves droop a little, then bouncing right back after a drink. It prefers evenly moist soil but not soggy, and regular potting mix works perfectly as long as it drains well. The cool part is that even in low light, it can surprise you with those elegant white blooms, making it one of the few plants that both survives and still looks high maintenance without you actually doing much. Chinese evergreen is seriously one of the most reliable low-light plants you can bring home, and it earns that reputation because it's been tested to handle everything from dim apartments to windowless offices while still keeping those patterned leaves looking sharp. It's also known for improving indoor air quality by helping filter pollutants like benzene and formaldehyde, making it more than just a pretty foliage plant. Care-wise, it's happy with low to medium light, needs watering only when the top inch of soil dries out, and prefers a well-draining mix so the roots don't sit in water. What makes it even cooler is how slowly and steadily it grows, producing new leaves that unfurl with those unique silver or pink streaks, depending on the variety, so you always feel like something fresh is happening even in the darkest corner of your room. Air plant is one of the easiest low-light plants to live with, mostly because it doesn't even need soil and pulls moisture straight from the air, making it perfect for darker rooms, shelves, and spots where nothing else seems to survive. These little guys are known to help improve air quality by trapping dust and absorbing airborne particles through their leaves, which is pretty impressive for a plant you can literally hang on a wall. They handle low to medium indirect light just fine, and watering is as simple as soaking them for about 20 to 30 minutes once a week, then letting them dry completely so they don't rot. The fun part is how unique they look. Some curl, some spike, some twist, and they often produce tiny, colorful blooms, which makes them feel like a living piece of modern art tucked into your home's low-light corners. Rubber plant is one of those low-light champions that adds instant personality to a room with its big, glossy leaves, and it's actually been noted for its strong air-purifying abilities, especially when it comes to filtering formaldehyde from indoor spaces. Even though it can grow into a full statement tree, it handles medium to low light surprisingly well, making it a solid pick for bedrooms or living rooms that don't get direct sun. Care is easy. Water when the top couple of inches feel dry, keep it in well-draining soil, and it'll reward you with steady, upright growth. What really makes it memorable is how those deep green or burgundy leaves develop a waxy shine, and over time you'll notice it slowly turning into a tall, sculptural plant that makes your space feel more polished without demanding high-maintenance attention. Fiddle leaf fig might have a dramatic reputation, but it can actually handle medium to slightly lower light better than people think, especially when it's kept in a consistent spot where it can slowly adjust and still push out those giant violin-shaped leaves everyone loves. It naturally helps freshen indoor air by filtering common pollutants, and its large leaf surface area makes it surprisingly effective at capturing dust and improving overall air quality in a room. Care-wise, it likes bright indirect light ideally, but it will tolerate a lower light corner as long as you rotate it occasionally and water only when the top few inches of soil dry out, since overwatering is what really stresses it out. What makes it unforgettable is how it transforms a space. Once it settles in, even in softer light, it grows upright and architectural, turning into that one plant guests always point at and ask about. Prayer plant is one of those low-light favorites that instantly makes your space feel alive because its leaves actually move throughout the day, opening in softer light and folding upward at night like it's saying a little goodnight prayer. It's great for improving indoor air quality too, since its broad patterned leaves are constantly pulling moisture and filtering the air around it. It thrives in low to medium indirect light, prefers lightly moist but not soggy soil, and loves a bit of humidity. Nothing fancy, even a simple pebble tray works. The fun part is watching new leaves unfurl in those bold stripes and colors, and noticing how the whole plant shifts position as the day changes, giving even a dim corner a little personality and motion. Spider plant is one of the most forgiving low-light houseplants you can own, and it's actually backed by NASA research for its ability to remove pollutants like carbon monoxide and formaldehyde from indoor air, which is wild for a plant that grows this easily. It handles low to medium indirect light without any complaints, and watering is simple. Let the soil dry a bit between drinks, and it'll stay happy in pretty much any regular potting mix with good drainage. What makes it extra fun is how it shoots out those long arching leaves and cute little baby spiderets that hang like tiny green ornaments, letting you propagate new plants with almost zero effort. Over time, even in a dim room, it fills out beautifully and becomes one of those plants that always looks fresh, bright, and surprisingly hardworking. Cordyline is one of those underrated low-light plants that instantly brings a bold, tropical vibe to your space with its long, colorful leaves that keep their stripes even in dim corners. It's known for helping improve indoor air quality by absorbing toxins through its large leaf surface, making it more than just a decorative statement plant. It handles medium to lower light surprisingly well, and care is simple. Water when the top inch of soil dries out, use a well-draining mix, and give it a little humidity boost if you can, though it won't punish you if you forget. The coolest part is how its foliage shifts in tone as it grows, sometimes deepening into richer reds or greens, so even in a low-light room you get this slow, vibrant color show that makes the whole area feel more alive. Tree Philodendron is one of those plants that instantly makes a room feel fuller and more alive, even in medium to lower light where most big plants refuse to grow, and its huge, deeply lobed leaves quietly help clean the air by trapping dust and filtering common household pollutants. It doesn't demand much water when the top couple inches of soil dry out. Keep it in a chunky, well-draining mix, and give it steady indirect light, and it'll keep pushing out those dramatic new fronds. What's really cool is how it grows with personality, stretching out wide like it's claiming its own space, and over time it turns into this sculptural, tropical centerpiece even in rooms that don't get strong sunlight. It's the kind of plant that makes guests think you're a plant pro, even though it stays low maintenance and forgiving behind the scenes. Orchid, especially varieties like the Phalaenopsis, actually handles medium to lower light much better than people assume, and it quietly boosts your indoor air by releasing oxygen at night and helping filter the space around it. It loves soft, indirect light, think a few feet from a window, and watering is simple once you get the rhythm. Soak it, let it drain fully, and keep it in a chunky orchid mix so the roots can breathe. What makes it stand out in low-light rooms is how long the blooms last, often hanging on for 2 to 3 months, giving your space a calm, elegant look without constant attention. And when a new spike grows, watching those buds open one by one feels like a slow little celebration that brightens your room even when the light is low. Rex Begonia is one of the most eye-catching low-light plants you can bring indoors, with those wild swirls, silvers, purples, and textured leaves that look like something out of an artist's sketchbook, even though it grows perfectly fine in softer, indirect light. It naturally helps freshen the air around it, and its broad leaves are great at grabbing dust and improving the feel of a small room. Care is simple but steady. Let the top inch of soil dry before watering, keep it in a light, well-draining mix, and give it a bit of humidity, which can be as basic as placing it near another plant or on a pebble tray. The fun part is how each new leaf comes in with its own pattern and colors, so even in a dim corner the plant feels like it's constantly changing outfits, bringing a burst of personality where most plants would fade. Monstera is one of those plants that instantly upgrades a room, and the best part is it handles medium to lower light far better than people expect, still pushing out big, dramatic leaves that naturally help filter the air and trap dust. It doesn't need direct sun at all. Bright to soft indirect light works great, and watering is easy since it prefers the top couple inches of soil to dry out before its next drink, especially in a chunky mix that lets the roots breathe. What makes it shine in low light spaces is how those iconic fenestrations, or splits, slowly appear as it matures, giving you that tropical vibe without the high maintenance drama. Over time, even in a dimmer corner, it becomes a statement plant that makes your space feel fresher, calmer, and way more stylish without demanding much from you. Money tree is one of those low-light friendly plants that instantly gives your space a calmer, cleaner feel thanks to its braided trunk and bright, palm-like leaves that quietly help filter indoor air and even boost humidity around it. It handles medium to low indirect light surprisingly well, making it perfect for offices, bedrooms, or corners that never get direct sun, and watering is easy. Just let the top inch or two dry out before giving it a drink so the roots stay healthy. It thrives in a well-draining soil mix and doesn't need constant attention, which is why people love it as a beginner plant that still looks premium. The best part is how fast it responds once it's settled. New leaves unfold almost weekly in the right conditions, giving the plant this fresh, hopeful energy that fits its reputation for bringing good luck and positive vibes into any room. Thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out these low-light houseplants that quietly clean your air and make your home feel a whole lot more alive. If you've got a dim corner that needs some love, one of these guys will definitely step up without giving you a hard time. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown or found a new plant to add to your wish list, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which one you're getting next, and don't forget to subscribe for more easy, beginner-friendly plant videos. I'll see you in the next one.